today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Carolina defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 73 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Moss. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Burrow going for it on 4th. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Burrow changing the look. On 2nd and 10. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Burrow on play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll run on first down with Moss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Moss on the give up the middle. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Panthers take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. And there's a curveball for you. A field goal to try to give them the lead. Not only is it batted down, they get the good bounce, and it winds up 6 points the other way.
Maybe they should have thrown the fastball instead. What do you think?
Yeah, it probably would have been better than the curve. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete. It's the rookie from USC. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Moss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Moss again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Derek Brown gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And the numbers for Brooks a week ago, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A throw over the middle, taken in. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And Burrow going to change the play. On the give, this is Moss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On third down, Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Coaches talk all the time about the value of special teams, and we have seen it in this game, Charles. Not one block kick, but now two of them in this contest.
And always, 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 we talk about adjustments during a game. Offense and defense, series to series. Rarely do we talk about special teams. Someone didn't adjust from block one to block two, and it really cost them.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Young going to give to Brooks. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Young on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, 45 yards. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give running right, Moss. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. 2nd down and 6 now. Once again, it's Brooks. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
The wall didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42. Now a first carry here for their running back. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. And that's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's 3rd and 3. Young here, you can see changing the play. On the give, this is their fullback. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams. Coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Waddle, the motion man right. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. Jalen Waddle fighting his way through contact and down to the 29-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That good for 19 and a first down. try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A play fake. Now Young. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Down the sideline he goes. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1 yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tip Ryman, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the... A run out of the gun with Brooks. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Calling call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Slot man moves right. Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We set it at handoff. This is Brooks. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down, Brooks. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 147 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers just continue to roll. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that. Big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Young, he's going to change it up. They go play action here on first down. That one completes him again. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing, Young. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. He's moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Panthers are pouring it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Young to throw it. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Panthers. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Off the play fake, Young. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football. As we welcome you back, they've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Carolina, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.